Props are like variables that you pass down from the parent to the child component. We are going to be using section headline in our app component, which makes app the parent component and section headline the child component. In the app component, we have to import section headline and register it in the components object. Now we can use it in the template. To pass down a prop, you add an attribute with the name of the prop. You will be able to access the value of the attribute, for example, test headline, in the child component. To use the prop in the section headline component, we have to state which props we expect explicitly. You can do this with an array containing the prop names as a string. If you don't have Vue which props you are expecting, the prop won't be available in your component. You can read more about explicit prop declaration in the Vue documentation. Now you can see that the headline is displayed correctly. The child component does not need to know the entire headlines array. For displaying the headline, it only needs the headline at a specific index. For this, we can use the vbind directive again, which allows us to reference data from the data object as the attribute value. The JavaScript expression will be evaluated and then a value, so in our case the headline that exists at index 0 of the headlines array, will be passed along as a prop. We are displaying the headline, but we are not saving the result of the headline editing anymore. Because the app holds all the data for the resume, we need to inform the app component about changes in the headline text in case the user edits it. We do this by emitting a custom event. We call the event handler notifyParent. For that, we add a method where we emit a custom event called headlineEdited. To emit custom events, Vue provides the emits function, which you can call with this $emits within your method. Along with the event name, we can pass a value that the listener will receive. The app component needs to know the new value of the headline. The new value can be accessed with inner text of the node that triggered the event. Therefore, we pass this information along. In the parent component, app.vue, we listen to the headline edited event by adding the v-on directive with the event name in kebab case. When emitting the event in Vue, developers commonly use camel case. You can listen to the event either using camel case or with kebab case. Vue recommends using kebab case event listeners in the template, so we will use that. What does not work is emitting a camel case event and then listening to it in lowercase. HTML is case insensitive, but Vue is not, so it is best to stick to the convention here. The same applies to props. Our prop headline is only lowercase, and we reference it as such in the template. However, if we had a prop such as headline text, the convention is to use camel case in the script section and reference it as kebab case in the template. Same for events. We need an event handler that passes the data from the event and the current index. If we only needed to pass on the data that the custom event sends, we would not have to pass arguments to the event handler explicitly. The data from the event is passed automatically. But since we also need to pass the current index, we do have to list all arguments. To reference the data we receive from an event, we use the $event argument. We can change our existing update headline method to accept the parameter's new value, as well as the index. The new value already contains event.target.innerText. Next, we will move the styling associated with the section headline over from the app component to the section headline component. For that, we will add a scoped style section to the section headline component. Finally, we can replace all the section headlines with a new component. Make sure to adjust the indexes accordingly. Pause here and check with the Vue DevTools extension in your browser if the headline values still update properly when you edit them.
Thanks for watching this Newline tutorial. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps other students find our content.